Assalamualaikum. My name is Rimsha Azhar, and today the topic which I am going to present to you is about The Alchemist, which is written by Paulo Coelho. This is a famous novel, and in today's video, I am going to tell you about the writer, his era, important works, short summary, themes, message, which we get from this novel, and then conclusion. First of all, I'm going to introduce you with the Paulo Coelho, that he was a Brazilian author. He worked as theater director, lyricist, and journalist. He is well known by his famous novel, The Alchemist. Writing style that Coelho exhibits in his pieces is haughty and mighty. His purpose of writing, as he says, is to contribute the people with new ideas and new way to look at life. His another writing style is wistful and ambrosial and biblical style. Coelho said he wrote The Alchemist in only 2 weeks because the story was already written in his soul. Now I am going to tell you about his era. Contemporary literature is a vast group of written works produced from a specific time in history through the current age. This literary era defines a time period but also describes a particular style and quality of writing. Some see it is an extension of postmodern literature, but most refer to as literary era of its own. Most agree that the era of contemporary writing began in 1940s. A few scholars claim this period started at the end of World War II, and this is where the era is pairing with postmodern literature comes in. The postmodern era began after World War II in 1940s and lasted through 1960s. The contemporary period extends to the current day. Much of the contemporary literature comes from the Western culture. However, the term is not synonymous with English or American literature, and this literary period can apply to written works from anywhere in the world. In fact, globalization opened the door to include contemporary works written by many literary figures in Middle East, Africa, and Asia. Genres included in this literary period spans a variety of writing styles from in addition to novel and poetry, flash fiction, short stories, slam poetry, plays, memoirs, and autobiographies can be included in this category. Typically, categories of this include reality-based stories with strong characters and believable stories. Setting usually keep to the current or modern era, so futuristic and science fiction novels are rarely included in this category. And the other great works of Paulo Coelho include Breda, The Pilgrimage, Valkyries, The Fifth Mountain, Warriors of Light, The Zahir, and many more. The short summary about the novel is that The Alchemist tells the story of the young shepherd named Santiago who is able to find a treasure beyond his wildest dreams. Along the way, he learns to listen to his heart and more importantly realizes that his dreams or his personal legend are not just his but part of soul of this universe. The theme. The central idea of the novel are based on the following theme. The first is dreams. Dreams are the central to the alchemist actions as well as its meaning. It tells us that always follow your dreams and listen to your heart. Second is the centrality of personal legend. According to the alchemist, personal legends serve as the only means by which an individual can live a satisfying life. In fact, the universe can only achieving perfection of all natural things continuously undergo a cycle of achieving their personal legends. Third is the danger of fear. Fear persistently comes up throughout Santiago's journey as the primary obstacle to Santiago's successfully achieving his personal legend. Santiago experienced several forms of fear: a childhood fear of having the gypsy woman interrupt his dream, a material fear of losing wealth, the physical fear of dying in a battle, and the spiritual fear that he feels to turn himself into the wind when the alchemist forces him to die. Okay, and the fourth is unity of nature. This notion of human metals and all other things sharing the same goal demonstrates that all elements in nature are essentially different from a single spirit. Furthermore, over and over again, we see that Santiago's must communicate with nature in what the novel calls the common language of the world. Santiago's horse, for instance, communicates with him by showing him evidence of life in an apparently barren expanse of desert. The message of the alchemist that one of us has dream given to us by the God, and he gives us clues time again and again so that we can recognize those clues and follow these dreams with great zeal. The conclusion: this is a philosophical novel which tells us never to lose hope. The secret which it teaches us that when a person desires something that the whole universe conspires to help that person realizes his dream. Our purpose of life is to discover of destinies and follows them. It tells us no matter how hard the challenges that will come on your way, we should never give up, just follow our heart and follow our desires. Thank you for watching, and please if you like my video, please subscribe my channel.